Now, in this next lesson, I just want to go and create some additional paragraphs here inside of our project here, inside of our About Me information, and inside of our Children Original Stories information. If you remember, the P tag or the P element is the one that we use for defining a paragraph inside of our document. So let me just go and add here a P element, and I just want to describe what I like doing here. Rodrigo Bonzer S. Lopez, and I am Rodrigo Bonzer S. Lopez, a writer, and I like creating original stories. It helps me exercise because this is a original stories website that I want to build. So I'm going to write here some thoughts that I have about writing original stories. It helps me exercise my innovative skills and taps my innate desire to touch lives. Using the stories that I write. I also love writing original music, and I am also a very enthusiastic person who loves learning. So let's go and check this out in our project here. Let me just open our file here and let's go and refresh. So now we have here the paragraph inside of our About Me section. Now, the next thing that I want to do here is to actually add some lorem ipsum text. So instead of you creating a lorem ipsum text using a lipsum generator similar to the one that just showed up here in our Google search, and if you're asking what is lorem ipsum, let's go search for our definition here. So it says here, what is lorem ipsum? Lorem ipsum is simply dummy text of the printing and typesetting industry, and it has been the industry standards dummy text ever since the 1500s. So if you're wondering what is lorem ipsum, we can actually use some of the lorem ipsum that's been generated here in some of the sites that generate lorem ipsum, but instead of using this, we can actually go to our Visual Studio Code and generate our own lorem ipsum text using Visual Studio Code. So you just need to go and type lorem, and you would see that an emmet abbreviation is showing up here, and then press tab, and now we have dummy text that we can use for our document. Now let's go and add two more. So let's just go back here and then P tag lorem, then another one P tag lorem. Now let's go back to our project here and see what will that look like. So we can see now that we have 4 paragraphs inside of our About Me section. The paragraph that I wrote with some of the sentences or the content, and then the lorem ipsum content that we have created inside of our About Me section. Now, I also want to go and add some content inside of our Children's Stories section here, and inside of the aside element, I want to have a paragraph. So let's go and create here a paragraph with lorem ipsum text 2. And I also want to have an article. So we've used this content before, if you remember. Let me just go and close this for a while so at least we'll be able to go and work on our project here. So we have H2 here and article. Inside of that, I would want to have at least 2 paragraphs with lorem ipsum text again. So let's go and have lorem ipsum here. Let's save that. Now let's go and check our document. Let's see how it looks like now. Let's refresh. So we now have my original stories here, and we have here 2 paragraphs. We have here the content of the aside element, and we have here the paragraph element's content. So let me just close this, everyone. Now what I want to do here is to go back to our document here. Let's go back here and then let's have this title of story 1. Then here, article 2 will be, let's have an aside before the article again. And then let's go and copy the header here. Control C. So let's go and place that inside of our article here. Let's go and replace this with 2, and then let's copy the lorem ipsum that we have here inside of our article 2. So we have 2 paragraphs in each of the articles. So inside of our article 3, we would want to also have an article 3. So let's go and create an article 3 here, from where we will be placing the H2 here, and then copy inside of it. Let's replace this paragraph here. And then, of course, let's have an aside after the article 2 here. So let's go and save this. And let's see in our document how it will look like. Let's refresh here. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So no styling yet, guys. We will be applying some styling here using the style sheets, and how we will be having 2 sections here, from where I'm thinking about having the aside on this side, on the right side, and then the paragraphs on the left side.